In this tutorial, we are going to create these three metal studs. You can download the demo file in the download section of our website. And let's start off here with the first one on our left. I'm going to go ahead and grab that rounded rectangle tool. And I want to use my shift key to draw that out so I have a nice square shape with rounded corners. And I'm going to use my selection tool to drag out those live corners so I can make the edges a little less round. You can see they're all going to work at the same time. If you don't have a newer version of Illustrator, you could always click down before you click and drag that shape to have an option to enter in the corner radius. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab my line segment tool, and I want to use my shift key to draw that out so it stays locked in at a 45-degree angle, and I want to draw one on the left and then one on the right. I can go ahead and align that vertically and horizontally just to make sure it's perfect. And next I'm going to grab my Pathfinder by going to Window, Pathfinder, and click on the option for divide. This will divide my shape into 4 different sections. Let me now ungroup that, and I can go ahead to go over to my swatch palette and give each one of these little quadrants its own shade of gray. Once I complete that, I want to select all of these 4 little triangles and remove the stroke color so that there is just a fill on this. Lastly, I'm going to grab my pencil tool and just roughly draw in what's going to be the highlight of the top of this sort of pyramid shaped stud. I'm going to add a white fill to that and go over to my control panel and reduce the opacity so that it is transparent. Now for the next shape, I'm going to select the first stud that we did, and I want to copy over everything except for that shadow that we created, or the highlight rather. So let's make a copy of that over here to start off. And then I want to go ahead and grab our rounded rectangle tool again, and I can hold down the Alt or Option key to draw from the center so I don't have to go back later and align this. And once I draw out that shape again with my live corners, I can click and drag to adjust the corner radius to make it a little less rounded. And now I can go ahead and give that those little quadrants and shapes all different colors to make it look a little bit more realistic. Now for the last stud, I'm going to start off with the polygon tool. I'm going to click and drag to start drawing my polygon, and I can use my up and down arrow keys to increase or decrease the amount of sides to my polygon. If that's a little bit difficult for you, what you could do is just click on your artboard with that tool and enter in the amount of sides that you want. In this case, we're going to use an 8-sided polygon. So now that I have my polygon shape, I'm going to go ahead and grab my line segment tool and draw line segments from each corner to dissect this into different sections. Once I've completed drawing my line segments, I'm going to go over to my Pathfinder palette and click divide. Now I have all different sections that I can go ahead over to my swatch palette and color them in different shades of gray. My final step is to draw one more polygon and reduce the size of it, holding down my shift to make sure that I maintain the proportions, and add that to the center of this and use my eyedropper tool here to change the color. And here we have 3 different variations of our metal studs.